Yo, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another video. So today we got something different. I'm actually doing an epoxy flooring job. I'm coating a garage, throwing flake, and just doing the basic old epoxy floor for a garage. And you're probably wondering, why am I doing that? Shouldn't you be doing junk removal? I am trying to learn how to do epoxy floors because I kind of want to do epoxy floors for maybe a side business, a second business, or maybe if junk removal keeps being as annoying as it is, we have to spend millions of dollars on fucking ads to actual pull work and calling contractors and doing like a shitload of outreach. To even stay busy nowadays, I might want to switch into something more appealing and that I enjoy more and has a cool finished product. Like you can actually take pictures of your finished work and be proud of it, unlike junk removal where it's just, you know, picking up shit and then throwing shit away. I mean, I'm probably still gonna end up doing junk removal forever. I've been experimenting with, like, you know, making websites with AI, boosting SEO with AI, and so far I've made a GMB, made a website, and done some organic SEO with the epoxy flooring stuff. I've already landed a job, and I haven't done really much marketing at all. I have no like content for the epoxy floor, so nothing to even like make videos with or post online to even get more work. So I'm just experimenting right now. And we got a job. It should be good. I mean, it's the basic flake floor that you do in a garage. I'm just gonna be grinding it, prepping it today, hopefully laying the base coat, throwing the flake, and then tomorrow I'm gonna have to come back and do a clear coat. And I'm just gonna bring you guys along for the ride because I have no idea how this is gonna go. It could be a shit show, it could be great. We'll see, but it's a new thing. Hopefully it's good content for the channel and for my epoxy flooring guys out there. Maybe you'll find me on YouTube because of it. Let's get into it. I gotta go to Depot. Little Home Depot rental action this morning. We were looking for a floor grinder. Whew, hopefully they have one at this location. All right, here's our piece of equipment, folks. The 10-inch Edco, is that what it's called? Edco grinder with a diamond blade. We are gonna be putting this thing to work today. All right, so we got the grinder. It was about 200 bucks is probably what I'm going to pay, because the rental for 24 hours is $196. The rental for 4 hours is $161. But this being my first floor, we're probably gonna go over the 4-hour mark. And if it's like, it's close enough to where like, I don't wanna rush to have to, I mean, if I don't wanna have to drive all the way back to Home Depot in the middle of this job to just return the grinder to save 30 bucks, that would be kind of annoying. But if we can finish everything and then I can rush back and make it the 4 hours, I'll save 30 bucks, but it just depends where this goes. So I'm accounting for now 200 bucks for the grinder, and I spent like another 40 bucks at Home Depot and supplies for tape and stuff. So total expenses so far sitting around 900 bucks. That'd be nice if we could keep it around there for the day and profit, you know, around $1,000. That would be ideal. For me, that's like a decent day in junk removal, and if all it takes is one job in epoxy flooring to make $1,000 a day, and you can bang out 2 of those a day, that would be a nice little business you got going on there with one truck. So we'll see. Just doing this for fun on the side now. If it is something that's easily scalable because there's less competition, I'm totally about it. That's for the future to figure out. As of now, we are just gonna tackle this floor, make some content out of it. When I mean both for YouTube and actually making, you know, advertisements, posting on socials and stuff like that, making little TikTok edits, because the flooring stuff is visually appealing. So that's kind of another thing, a reason why I want to try it out, because it'd be sick for YouTube, it'd be sick for making content online, short form content, stuff like that. We're about 10 minutes out from the job. See you there.
You wouldn't see it if this was an Airbnb or a rental.
Yeah.
Sad was put those in his house.
All right, time to start grinding, folks. Here we go. All right, shit is hitting the fan this morning. So that grinder that took forever to get, they're, I guess, understaffed. Now we get to the job, plug it in, make sure the outlet works and everything, doesn't turn on. And there's nothing special to this grinder. I even called Home Depot to confirm that we weren't missing something, like there's an extra switch somewhere. No, I mean, of course the grinder we get doesn't kick over. So I'm driving all the way back to Home Depot now to swap this grinder out. This time I'm not gonna make the rookie mistake of not checking it. So this time before we leave, we're plugging that puppy in and making sure it turns on. Should have done that with this first one, but the odds that grinders go bad is like slim to none. I know with chainsaws and weed whackers and shit like that, when you rent them from these kind of places, those they always like check before you leave that it starts. But come on, odds of me getting this grinder and it not working, it's probably like the 500th rental since this thing stopped working.
It's epoxy. Yeah, you're right. It's leaking a lot. You should definitely be taking pictures of it and go, look.
All right, update. Got acetone to clean the floor because there was so much dust. I'm worried it's not gonna adhere properly. So another 42 bucks, and we got the grinder back in like 2 hours. Didn't take that long at all. Hey folks, still setting up. You can see where it's wet, but that is the floor done. The flake's super heavy right now because you have to come back and scrape. You can see where it's not super heavy right there. That's what it'll probably look like after this loose stuff scraped off the top. But not too bad. It was definitely harder than I thought though, for sure. Update everyone, as you see we got everything down. Wow, let me tell you about a few things that were scary, went wrong. So first thing that went wrong, well, as you saw, first thing that went wrong in the morning was the walk behind grinder going absolutely out of commission. Had to drive that back in the morning, swap it out, whatever, not that big of a deal. It took like 40 minutes out of my day. And then dust took forever to get up. It didn't come up as we wanted it to because we don't have like those squeegee style vacuums that like the professional epoxy guys use. So we got on hands and knees and acetone the floor to really get that John clean. Then we started laying the base and I was squeegeeing while another person's back rolling. That was sketchy because it started kicking pretty quick when we got to the end of the garage. I couldn't imagine trying to do a 2-car garage. Like, you really got to move quick, have 2 people rolling. Like, it's just, I don't know. We got it down, and as you can see, we got it, everything good. But one of the problems was the water heater was leaking, and it kept puddling in the corner in the closet. Thank God it was in the closet, not like just the corner of the garage, so it won't be that noticeable. But I'm worried the concrete's gonna be moist there, and it didn't even really like stick that well. I'm really hoping that doesn't look like a shit show when we get there tomorrow and scrape and pull the rags up that were around the water heater, because it's wet right there on the concrete where we put I mean, we got it dry as we could. Got it with acetone, got it with a rag, and then even blow dried it, but it kept leaking and kept getting re-wet, so we just dried it real quick and then went over it. So it's not that big of a spot, but I'm really hoping the customer doesn't complain about that. I mean, there's really nothing we could do unless we postponed the job and he got a plumber out there to fix the water heater, and then we did then. But I mean, this guy's been in a rush for a while now, so I doubt he wanted to do that because his family moves into this house soon, and that's supposed to be like a gaming room. But besides that, those little hiccups here and there, it went pretty smooth. It was definitely harder than I was expecting. I wasn't expecting the product to start like kicking that quick, ready to throw flake fast. I mean, it was freaking 15 minutes and and you could tell the roller started getting slower. It wasn't rolling like water anymore. And that's when I was like, oh shit, we got to get this rolled out and start throwing flake now, so the flake actually like sinks into the mixture. Laid the flake on thick, and how we're crossing our fingers. It looks pretty good. No complaints besides the water heater thing. It went good, so we'll see. Obviously, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like in the morning and a little bit more footage of me putting the clear coat down and then finished product. Good morning, people. Day 2. Just going back to finish up today. I just have to do a clear coat, or scrape, do a clear coat, and then we are done. And I'll show you guys the finished result. We'll see if it looks good, if there's any mess ups that we have to patch. I'm really hoping it's perfect because, I mean, I think we did a pretty good job, and it's for a customer, so, I mean, it has to be good. I'm on the way to Depot right now to pick up some supplies to scrape the floor with, just because I can't find my damn floor scraper for some reason, so I have to spend $40 on that to scrape the flakes this morning, and then we can lay down that clear coat, and then we will be getting paid, hopefully. All right, day 2. We gotta scrape it. That's why it's like a little uneven. That's just where the flake isn't heavy. And it's heavy over here, but you can see a lot of loose flake. So once it's scraped, I'm hoping it looks a little bit more uniform. That was where the water was leaking. We gotta pull those rags up and hopefully that doesn't look terrible. All right, it's not bad. It's the finished product. All right, finally back at the office to do your guys' favorite part, which is add up the expenses. So I'm gonna go through this quick. Biggest expense was epoxy. I mean, just the epoxy, the top coat, the flakes. We ended up spending $635 at Simron, but some of that was squeegees that I'm gonna be able to use in the next job, rollers that I could probably buy in bulk next time and get them way cheaper. I mean, you can get epoxy in bulk too and probably get a way better price. That's probably way down the road when you're getting multiple of the same kind of jobs a week. Anyway, Simron, $635. Then at Home Depot, we just had like tape, boxes, the equipment rental, the alcohol, rags, just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. Oh yeah, and I messed up. I forgot to do one small step in that garage that I had to go back and just buy epoxy from Home Depot and do like a small little section, throw flake, and then I had some extra clear coat. Anyways, I ended up spending $576 at Home Depot. That price definitely can be lowered. Total expenses are $1,211, which leaves the job with pretty much $1,000 profit, but person who was helping me pretty much knows everything about the epoxy. I know nothing, so I told them I would split the profit with them. So I only made $500, but that's fine. I mean, we totally, hours invested is maybe 7, and I'm learning something new, and the margins to make pretty much almost, 40% profit margins. If I had a normal employee, it'd probably be around 30% profit margins, and that's with me way overspending on material and everything because it's my first time. I have to buy everything new, and we had to rent equipment, stuff like that. Not bad. So realistically, down the road, if marketing doesn't become a super expensive thing in this industry and the visuals can take off, because that's what it seems like a lot of people in this industry do. They just make really good videos and content and then post it all over every social, reels, TikToks, Facebook groups, and then the best performing videos, they make advertisements on Facebook and then use those as their creatives. You can kind of see where I'm going with this, but yeah, so that was the first job, not bad. I made $500. Personally, I probably should have made like 800 if I just hired someone for like, 20, 25 an hour, but I split the job with someone 50-50 down the middle, just because I want to learn it and I want to do it the right way because it was actually on a customer's garage and it came out super good. So yeah, that's it. Those are the expenses. Let me know what you guys think about this video. If you're interested in the epoxy flooring stuff, I want to know more about it, let me know. I'll try to make more videos on it, let you guys know what I learned along the way. And that's all I got for this one. So see you guys next video. Peace.